Schwab angin sedang ya ke kubor, ni kerpat ipi ki nongpek, ban subscribe ya ke ni ke channel, ban klik ya notification bell, bapin yo kloy ki kubor na ke jela.
Ke Seng Congress mentaksingi ke kendai tarik Rymphang arja arflai, ke Pynbna ya kamat Jong ke Meghalaya a 5-star state. Ya ke take a commitment for 5-star Meghalaya state, la pelaju President ke MPPC, Bah Vincent Pala, hak jingia donlang Manish Chatrath, ubade General Secretary Jong ke AICC, ubade peit ya ke Meghalaya.
And what are these commitments which we are launching today? And we'll launch it digitally, so I think all of you will review. These are the main 5 stars which we are planning. Number 1 is since Meghalaya is matrilineal society, so we consider us women as the top priority. So we think when during the survey and the door-to-door meeting of our workers on the ground, we find that many of our women has a main responsibility for the family. So we thought that number 1 we should see that the single women, especially in a society, almost 41% of our women are single mother. So we thought that this will affect our society as a whole. Until and unless we empower the women, empower the family, I think our society will become poorer and poorer. So to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor and empower of the ladies is very important. So we thought that every single mother, especially in the BPL, when our workers has gone door to door to campaign, they saw that most of the single mother who are responsible for the family, they need the assistance, and there's only way assistance for the government. So we thought that we should assist. If we come to power, we should give at least 3,000 per single women per month. That means 36,000 per month, which we are going to for the single women per year. That's very important because, like I told you, that this program is designed with the door-to-door campaign and the survey. We sent it to Delhi and Delhi approved it, and we have done it. This also will be in our manifesto. Number 2 is that we saw that unemployment is those who have employed did not get payment. So some are, from our youth, come from a very poor family. They have done their study, and then after this study, the parents have spent a lot of money on the youth, whereas they don't get a job. So they have become poor because number 1, they come from a poor family. Number 3 is that after spending on their children, they become poorer and poorer if they don't get a job. So the expectations of every family is that they should educate their children and get a job. So we thought it's very serious for our society. If our society want to be strong, then we need to design to see that every family there must be at least one job to be provided for every family. So we thought that that's why we said unemployment, at least a job for every family members, a job for every family members, so that our people will be up to the mark where we can have a free employment. Number 3, we have seen that the corruption in Meghalaya is become day to day is become more and more. Now the corruption has gone not only at the officers level, it has gone to a politicians level. Now slowly it will go up to the voters level. The present scenario, the present system is that the voters are being bribed. The candidates from one party shifted to other parties, and even the MLAs have been shifted from one party to another party. We have almost 60% of population are youth, and these youths are in a big challenge now. When we go door to door, we find that many of the parents used to cry when we visit them. When we say that what they want, they said, no, my son is in jail, or my son is giving a problem to us. Why? Because of the drugs. Meghalaya is is the biggest problem in India, next to Punjab last time. So, but Meghalaya is increasing day to day in terms of drugs. Drugs in the sense that drugs abuse, including alcoholic and others. We don't have enough rehabilitation center but we keep on pumping alcohol, we keep on pumping retail outlet, we keep on pumping more and more wine store, and also the Meghalaya is like almost a center for drugs coming from Bangladesh, drugs from different parts of our border in India. For example, like from Nepal, from other countries, they come to Meghalaya, and from Meghalaya then it goes everywhere. Even sometimes from Bangladesh because of our porous border issues. So this is a problem we have to. So we decided that when we went door to door, then the people, one of the main important is that the drugs will spoil not only the present generation, but it spoil the future generation. It spoil our society, it spoil the family, not only a man who's been drugs addicts, but also to the entire family and the future. So we decided we should have a drug-free Meghalaya. If we want our future to grow, if we want our children to grow better, then we should have a drug-free Meghalaya. These are 4 things, 5-star commitments. Number 1 is empowering of women by giving 3,000 per month for a single mother within the BPL. Number 2 is that unemployment free, as I have stated. Number 4 is that corruption free. We have seen the corruption level is very high, as I've stated. Number 4 is power cut free, where we'll develop and generate employment also in the power sector. And the last is the drug-free Meghalaya. These are 5-star commitments, 5 commitments for a 5-star Meghalaya, corruption-free Meghalaya. That's why I say, you see, amongst all our candidates, this time, I don't say we are all angels, but if you see this time, we are trying to see the best candidates we have. We'll be using a technology, will be easier. For example, a small example if I can give you, if you go to the bank and withdraw money, sometimes if you withdraw 100, they can give you 98 or 95, or they can give you, because they say no change and all. But if you go to the ATM, you can draw exactly. So corruption free is this is an example. If you transfer money from the government to anybody, if you transfer me from the government to anybody, this process was started by the Congress with a direct benefits program transfer, direct benefits transfer. This was started by the Congress. That's why the Aadhaar card came in between, so that we can transfer to anybody. So DBT was started by the Congress. So same thing. For corruption free, we should minimize the human interfering, where we use more technology. For example, if you see the registration of vehicle in DTO, lots of corruptions is there. But if you do all this online, submitting everything online, that will be free. For contractor works, if you see, lots as on today, lots of contractors, they cancel the registration because why? Only a few people are getting the job. But we do all this online and minimize the human interference. I think that will give us corruption free. For example, even in anywhere we use it, be it licenses, be it allotment, be it anything, if we do through a technology, with the help of technology, we minimize interference from human being. I think that's what we are planning to do. And we determine that Meghalaya should go digital. We determine that Meghalaya should be one of the best states. That is possible only if you have a corruption free. Then our youth, for example, recruitment in different government departments. As of now, you've seen in Garo Hills, last time there was lots of social media circulations that some of the government seats were sold, some of the government jobs were sold. How far is true? But to minimize all those, instead of giving all those, we use a technology which will minimize all those. This is we plan to do for the corruption-free Meghalaya.
In Meghalaya, we have so many broken families. Like I told you, we have 41% after the government census is that most of the family is run by a single woman. This is very important, and at the same time it's very concern us. That's why we put this at the top right. Regarding the Marriage Act, which you said, that it needs lots of discussions, because it involves the church, it involves the community, it involves the youth. So it's just to say that we are going to do, because when we make law, we should see that the law is made as per the wish of the people, not as the wish of our government. So we have to have a discussions on these issues. Last time also this was quite public discuss. So it cannot be just we make like these laws. That when we make a process, we make, and the discussions on this we will do it. And like I've told you, Congress is the only party, this time not only words but deeds. We have 10 women out of 60. This itself shows that, you know, the women, if been elected, will fight for the women. And most of our women are experienced and very committed to the service of the public. I think this may my answer to you. So the leakage in revenue is very high. That's why if you see the leakage in revenue is very high. As of now, if you see most of people, they don't get even a proper chalan. For example, coal, they're being transported almost 3,000 trucks every day. Limestone is transported almost 10,000 trucks every day. But the chalan is given only 9 tons for limestone and only 10 tons from coal. Whereas the truck carries almost 60 tons. So the leakage of revenue is very high. We have done a proper assessment on this and we can get it. For example, lots of leakage in revenue, be it in terms of liquor, be in terms of coal, be in terms of limestone, be in terms of other government taxes. We have done a detailed survey on this. I think there should not be a shortage. Whatever we have given a commitment, it is a doable commitment. It's not undoable. And we have to. That's why we have said a free corruptions. This is one of the. We'll use technology. We'll use technology to capture all the revenue of the government. Meghalaya is one of the richest in terms of minerals in India, not only in the northeast. But if we use this properly, I think the people of Meghalaya will support us. So he has every right to contest.
Will you say same?
Also, I discussed with his lawyers. I discussed with him also. Until unless he's convicted, I think we have no right to deny. If he wants to contest, like Champion Sama, you see Bante Dor also was in the HNLC, and you see Julius Rymphang also was in HNLC, so many others. So actually, it is not the party to judge this man has got a only criminal. It's the court. These are all lying in the court of law. So if the court decides, or if the court thinks that they have been already, so far only charge sheeted a different level, and he got bail. Champion has got more than 34, 35 cases, I don't know exactly, but what I know is that what he told me, he has got around 36 cases, but all these cases they have got bail, except 2 cases. So these also will be cleared in due course of things. So you cannot say that. Once the court give a verdict, and then we can always take a decision. So I think not only in Meghalaya, not only in a Congress, many other parties also are doing the same thing. Only if they are convicted, then we don't give. We have not given to any kind of convicted candidates.